Good morning. Thanks for watching Colorado's Best. I'm Paula Haddock.
And I'm Joanna Canals. It's the holiday season, a time to give back to those in need. We all think about that this time of year. And right now, a little help can go a long way, especially when there's an unexpected tragedy, illness, or hardship.
That's right. A local nonprofit is on a mission to rebuild lives of people facing really tough times through acts of compassion, generosity, and financial support. And they ask for in return, all they ask for in return is that recipients pay it forward. So here to share ways you can help the Butterfly Foundation, we have the director, Deborah Givray, very French, Givray, and founder, Nancy Fitzgerald. Thank you, ladies, both so much for being here. Deborah, let's talk with you first. Tell us a little bit about the Butterfly Foundation, what its mission is.
Our mission is basically to support people who've had tragic loss, illness, or other hardship, and we try to empower them spiritually, emotionally, physically, and financially. We're really focused on those that don't have other charities or resources to turn to, so we can provide some services to get them back on their feet as quickly as possible.
Nancy, how did this all start?
So many moons ago, I was a reporter anchor and working in the news. As you well know, we do a tragedy story each and every day.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's what leads our shows. And it would break my heart. And these were people who, you know, were victims of a criminal act or medical or just a tragedy where, you know, they've had something that struck them down. Right. And I didn't have a lot of money back then, but I had, you know, the familiarity that I had being on the news all the time. So I would fundraise for them. And I would choose one family a year that just really touched my heart. And it started in Florence, South Carolina, where I found a gal who was pregnant with septuplets. She was 21 years old and she already had 2 children. Wow. And she and her husband didn't know what the heck they were going to do. And so we fundraised for them. We got every single child a college scholarship. We got them land. We got them a trailer. We got them diapers for life. We got them, the only thing I couldn't get was a minivan, and I felt like I had failed them. But you know, the motto is, or the way that we go about it is that we just want you to pay it forward. We're not going to keep in touch. We want you to have a great life, and then we want to see the good deeds that perhaps you can do for others.
Wow, that's incredible, Nancy. Thank you for even, you know, starting that as a news reporter and a news anchor, realizing, you know, the power that you have to get the word out.
Yes.
And then you were telling me that in 2008 it actually became a nonprofit, the Butterfly Foundation. So who all is involved in the Butterfly Foundation?
We have many different sponsors, but we're always looking for more.
You out there,
That's right.
And everyone just pays it forward. So whether you're a plastic surgeon or you're, you know, a physical therapist or whatever it is, you pay it forward so you don't get anything in return. And then we are always looking for families that have had tragedy in their lives. And so we reach out to news stations like yourself that can say, okay, we just did a story on this family, and if you could help them, we'd be so grateful. And we're actually helping a family right now that Deb could tell you about, where their apartment was flooded with sewage, and they're facing Christmas with no beds, no Christmas, no clothes. And we're going to help them with all of that.
Right, we're partnering with a local furniture store, and so that we can get them their furniture. Actually, it's going to be delivered in a couple of days.
Wow.
So we're just working diligently to make that happen, and the kids will have presents thanks to us.
That's so great. We're going to set up another story that you guys have been on. This is one of the most recent recipients of the Butterfly Foundation. Little Preston was just 5 years old when he was hit by a car, and after 3 months in the hospital, he was sent back home. You know, lucky to be alive. But for his family, life has been tough. They didn't have a car big enough to fit the entire family, and his dad didn't have a reliable car to get to work. So let's hear their story right now.
Preston had been hit by a car. Preston was such a loving, outgoing, busy 5-year-old. I'm thankful that I have Preston here, but it's hard seeing your child just lay there and not be able to do anything. Every single day you're reminded. I needed counseling. I was grieving really hard. I miss his hugs and his kisses. And I just miss his voice, his laughter. I know he's in there somewhere. We have an Audi. He's been getting Preston in and out of that car, and he has told me that has been the hardest part of carrying him, is getting him in and out of the car, the bending, making sure his feet are safe. So my wish was to get anything that would accommodate Preston, but all 7 of us to be able to go somewhere together. We haven't been able to go anywhere together.
Amazing. Go ahead, boo-boo.
Thank you, Butterfly Foundation.
Wow, I can barely even speak. That was beautiful, really,
Right?
really.
Yeah.
And this family, I know they touched your heart so closely, Nancy, because of the car accident. Tell us a little bit about that.
So distracted driving is very near and dear to our heart and a huge initiative for us. Back in 2014, my husband was riding his bicycle home from work, and he was struck and killed by a distracted driver. So every chance that we get, we want to put the word out there, please don't text and drive. Please make sure that you're looking for motorbikes and for bicycles. And so we're teaming up with different organizations to get the word out there. Really, it is our teenage children who are killing each other and themselves with distracted driving. And so anything that we can do to help families who have been victims or to get the word out there, it's just really, really important to us.
Yeah, thank you so much for that
Thank you,
reminder.
Nancy.
Thank you, thank you. And if you'd like to submit an application to the Butterfly Foundation or find ways to help, call 720-608-2345 or visit coloradobutterflyfoundation.org.
Well, coming up on Colorado's Best, Santa Claus has come to town, but not by sleigh. Still ahead on Colorado's Best, festive train rides that you can take to celebrate the